Hello, hello. I know I pick all my most glamorous moments to talk to you, but I'd planned to do all these videos. Look how swollen my nose is, that's crazy. Does anyone else get really swollen towards the end of pregnancy? My lips are really swollen, they still are a bit, and now my nose is swollen. Joy. Anyway, I'd planned to do all these videos, make them all fabulous, talk about gestational diabetes, talk about colostrum harvesting, my home birth. I'd planned to do my practice home birth setup, loads of stuff I'd planned to share with everyone. However, my home birth is out of the window now. Pretty much as I filmed my hospital bag that I'd called my just in case bag, which has become my hospital bag. I am 37 weeks and 5 days. At my 36-week appointment, they were incredibly concerned with my baby. His stomach has apparently ballooned from the 50th centile to off the charts. I had a really horrific scan. I'm not gonna lie, the bedside manner of the sonographer was diabolical. She asked me if I knew what sex my baby was, to which I replied, boy, unless his willy's fallen off. And she then asked me if I had any children at home, to which I replied, yeah, I've got a lovely little boy, I'm so excited. She went, oh, sorry. Should have been a girl, this one. Sorry? I went, oh, no, I really wanted a boy. I said, and my partner hasn't got a son. He's the last surname in his line as well, so that means he can pass his surname on, and his daughter has got a little sister at her mum's, so it would be nice for her to have a brother at this house, and my little boy's got brothers and sisters at his dad's house, so it didn't matter either way to him. And to be honest with you, I didn't mind what I had. If someone had put a gun to my head, I probably would have picked boy for everyone else, and I love being a boy and mum of boys. Anyway, I digress. So that's how it started. And she must have said that it was a shame I was having a boy at least 4 times. Didn't explain what she was doing. Didn't seem to be very thorough, considering I'm high risk for many things. It was like bish bash bosh. And then she started laughing, saying, oh, he's got a chunky belly. He's got a chunky belly. And then she sat down and went on the computer, put the things in. She went, oh, you're going to have a big one. I was like, oh, really? It was only £4 for it, the last scan. And then she went, why have you had so many scans done? And I was like, because I've got a uterine artery going to my placenta that wasn't efficient because of this, that and the other. And then I said gestational diabetes, to which she went, they're going to have to induce you. And I was like, sorry? They're going to induce you as soon as possible. And it become funny that my baby had a chunky belly to absolutely horrific. Again, no bedside manner, no easing me into it. It was horrible. Very traumatic, actually. So I am, sorry, I'm just washing my makeup brush now. So anyway, we had a consultant appointment afterwards. She sat down and she said, I'd like to offer you a C-section as soon as possible, to which I declined. The sonographer did also admit that she over-measured the tummy. She then said that I couldn't be mad with her if the scan was inaccurate. Scans are notorious for being inaccurate, especially later on down the line, because babies are big, so it's hard for them to get a great angle because they're taking up so much room, and also if they're in a funny position. Anyway, I said that I wouldn't be leaving until I had a second scan, which they did give me, to be fair. I really put my foot down. The belly did measure smaller, but still not small enough. So I've been dealing with all that because they kept going on and on and on about C-section and inductions and everything else, and it's taken it from my really nice home birth feel to dealing what I'm dealing with now. You know, we've been told about a stillbirth, we've been told about shoulder dislocation, breaking bones, oxygen deprivation, if that does happen, and brain damage. It's not what you want to hear when you're ready to give birth at the moment. I've also been feeling like he's coming anytime. Everything's been happening. My bump dropped like 2 weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, I shared a picture. If I can work out how to insert it, I'll do that now. But yeah, I shared a picture on there, and the difference in my stomach, like, it's half the size it was because it's dropped so much. He's doing everything that he's meant to. My body's doing everything it's meant to, and I like have faith that it can do it on its own without intervention, and that he can. So I've bought myself a bit more time. We have another scan in 2 days, which is gonna decide really what happens from there. I have agreed to have a sweep if they don't want to intervene immediately. They've booked me in for a COVID test. They've booked me in for an induction. They wanted to, again, do it earlier, but I've bought little man some time to come on his own. It is bloody terrifying being pregnant during the pandemic. I want to wrap my partner up in cotton wool, bubble wrap, and just not let him leave the house at all. I mean, we're in a lockdown now, so he can't. And his work's been really understandable, but it's just even popping to the shops and stuff, because if he tests positive when I go into labour, he can't come in. So not only do you have to wear a mask at the beginning stages of your labour, I'm then going to be on my own completely. And I know I've got this, whatever happens, it's about little man, but it's just a really shit situation for everyone at the moment. But I do feel like pregnant women through the last 9 months have really been alienated, and, you know, we're having to deal with phone calls instead of seeing someone, and going into scans alone and having to call your partner to come in the scan room. Or like my last consultation room, I felt so sorry for the receptionist. She was like, oh, well, he can't come into the consultation. And I was like, no, he will be. I'm not making decisions about my baby and my birth without my partner. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not making any decisions on my birth or my baby without my partner being there. We both made this human. So they did let him come in. But yeah, anyone that's had bad news, anyone that's lost a baby during this time, it's just, like, honestly, it's horrible to even think about. So first off, I'm sorry if that's you and you're a bloody warrior. Anyone that gives birth is a warrior anyway, but going through this pandemic is shit, being pregnant. You're isolated from your friends and your family. So yeah, where things stand at the moment is we have a scan in 2 days, and the fate will be decided then. I'm hoping, not just because I want to have a natural birth and things like that, for little man's sake, that he is okay. The other thing I would like to touch on is that I have had diet control for my gestational diabetes the whole way through. And I got to 33 weeks and I just was really struggling with my fasting level, which is completely out of anyone's control. Your breakfast, lunch and dinner, you are in control with, because you choose what foods you put in you. So your levels after is down to that. But with your fasting, like, you can't do anything other than, like, there's a few tricks like apple vinegar cider at night, having some cheese, low carb snack before bed. But yeah, it was slightly risen, not major, but they put me on metformin. Oh my God, it was the probably the worst bits of my pregnancy. I was sick as a dog, like absolutely sick as a dog. Throwing up, getting dizzy, feeling like I was going to pass out. I was, when I say being sick, I was like projectile vomiting, being sick. I was getting the shakes. It was absolutely horrific. And I didn't realise it was the medication until I started doing my research. So I stopped taking it. And funny enough, my levels have actually gone back to normal, which is good. So it might have been like a little blip. I've had no sickness. I felt much better. I'm just heavy, tired. I'm ready to meet my little man now. But other than that, I feel fine. And I've also researched, and one of the big significant side effects from metformin is women can get a bloated tummy. But there's no research on what it does to an unborn baby. So I'm now wondering, because I only went on it at 33 weeks, which is when I had a scan. I then had my next scan at 36 weeks when his tummy was enlarged. Is that coincidental? I don't know. Anyway, this is just an update. This is good for me to look back on. I've been like really reminiscing lately about all my videos I did when Jacob was born, and I just want to get back into the swing of it for little man and to capture the kids growing up together and for my memories. I don't know if I'm going to start a blog again. I don't know. I feel like I need to do something. My businesses are still shut. I can get back onto the clothing and stuff when little man is here, but yeah, I don't know. I love sharing on here on Instagram, so I'm going to continue with that. I will keep you all updated, but I just wanted to send love to anyone that's been through pregnancy in the pandemic or is going through it. As I say, you're all bloody warriors. If there's anyone that you follow that's pregnant on Instagram or YouTube, please drop a link below, because I would love to connect with more pregnant people. I think the community needs to be built. So yeah, anyway, I've rambled. I hope you're all well, and I will check in with you soon.